In this video, we'll be assembling the 100 City 10-foot Jumpflex trampoline. Take out the curved silver top rail poles and join them together in lots of 2. Note that each size trampoline will have a different number of these top rail poles. Now take the short, straight black poles and insert the button clip end into the curved top rail poles. Make sure the button clip is facing the inside of the curve. For reference, the button clip is facing the camera. Now taking a black W-shaped foot, insert this evenly into the top of the straight pole. You'll need to depress the button clip evenly on each side as you slide the foot down. Try to apply even pressure on each side. If you find it a little tight, you can use a rubber mallet or similar to help with this process. Now we move on to the safety net pole assembly. Each pole has 2 components, a top and bottom. Locate the top and bottom safety net pole and join them together as shown. Now find the black PVC sleeves and slide one sleeve over the top of the assembled safety net pole. Make sure the small webbing strip that is at the top end of this black sleeve is facing away from the curve. Reference page 9 and 10 of the assembly manual for more information. If the foam has slid down after sliding the sleeve on, slide the foam back up so that it is flush at the top of the pole and there isn't a gap between the top and bottom foam. Now we will attach the safety net pole to the top rail and feet components. Lay the silver top rail on the ground as shown using the provided bolts and reference to page 9 and 10 in the assembly manual. Secure the safety net pole to the leg extension. Use your fingers to hold the black spacer in place as you insert the bolts into the leg extension. Fix the washer and nut to the bolt and then finger tighten. There is a provided Allen key and spanner to tighten the nuts. However, in this video, we have used a 13mm or 1/2 inch ratchet. Now be sure to tighten the nuts completely so there is no movement in this joint. Now secure the bottom of the black sleeve by feeding the webbing length under and around the bottom of the safety net pole. Feed the webbing through the plastic buckle and lock in place. Tidy the excess webbing by wrapping it around and then looping it through itself. Repeat this process until all safety net poles have been fastened to the frame assembly. Now we will connect the top rail and leg components together to create the complete frame of your trampoline. If you do not have help from a second person, use a wall or fence to lean the first component against and slot each component together to create the frame of your trampoline. Now take out the bag of springs and hang each spring around the perimeter of the trampoline. Note the large open hook end of the spring attaches to the trampoline frame. A slight variation from the assembly manual. We find it easier and faster to lay the jumping mat out and pre-attach the net to the jump mat. Position the Jumpflex logo above where the zip entrance will be located and spread the netting around the jump mat. Starting at the zip on the net, attach the elastic loops on the net around the D-rings on the jumping mat. Continue around the jumping mat, attaching each elastic loop to each D-ring. Attach one elastic loop to one D-ring at a time, working your way around the entire jumping mat. Slide the jumping mat into the inside of the trampoline and position the zip entrance in the middle between two of the leg assemblies. You want to align the zip perfectly in the middle, so evenly count out the number of springs to find the middle. In this example, we are assembling a 100 city 10-foot Jumpflex trampoline, and there are 4 springs or D-rings to either side of the zip. Now attach the springs to the jump mat so the zip is fixed in place. Now, depending on the size of the trampoline you are assembling, count out 8 for an 8-foot and 10-foot, or 9 for a 12 and 14-foot trampoline, and attach this spring to the frame. So we're counting out 8 springs and 8 D-rings from the right of the zip and attaching that spring to the frame. To help attach the spring, use the provided spring tool to attach the spring more easily. Now, repeat this process around the trampoline, counting out 8 springs and 8 D-rings and attaching that spring. Once you have gone round the entire trampoline, attaching the 8th spring, or 9th spring depending on the size trampoline you're assembling, simply attach a second spring to the left of each attached spring. Continue this process of attaching a second spring to the left of the attached springs to gradually build up the springs evenly around the trampoline until all springs are attached. Once all the springs have been attached, take out the Jumpflex padding and place this on top of the springs. Open the padding up and spread it around the trampoline. Locate the green panel and position this panel over the zip entrance. the underside of the padding, there are stitched loops. Remove the spring that is directly underneath the loop and feed this spring through and reattach the spring to the jumping mat. Repeat this around the entire trampoline. Note that there will be the same number of loops as there are safety net poles. In this example, there are 8. Now secure the webbing straps that are located on the underside edge of the spring padding and tie this webbing to the frame. Continue around the whole pad until all are tied. Using a stepladder and starting at the zip entrance, locate a net pocket that is to one side of the zip. Now slide this pocket over the top of the safety net pole while pushing the pole up into the pocket. Ensure the foam remains flush with the top of the safety net pole. Now feed the velcro tag down and through the webbing loop that is attached to the safety net pole. Fold the velcro back up and onto itself to secure. Now continue this process around the trampoline for each safety net pole and net pocket. And this is the final step in assembling your brand new Jumpflex trampoline.
Play for life, people!